the Muslims following Islam as an ideology are as bad as the Muslims killing because it's in the book. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Jayda Fransen is standing in a crowded public square. A man walks up and refuses to shake her hand. He says he came to find common ground. He tells her ISIS is his enemy too. Then he demands one verse from the Quran. She gives him the verse, and that is where his whole case starts to come apart. Watch him build an argument about Nazis. Watch it close around him like a door. He ends up agreeing to the one thing he came to deny. Let's get into it.
Hi Jayda, how you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I just wondering if we can have a little discussion. I just came here. I'm not here to cause any trouble.
I was going to shake your hand, but you're not allowed to shake my hand, are you?
I'll respect.
What do you mean?
For example, the Queen. Not everybody can shake the Queen's hand. I believe.
Why won't you shake my hand?
I'll respect.
Why won't you shake my hand?
Can we get to my main point?
Well, yeah, shake my hand.
Come on, it's just a shake of the hand. I just don't want to.
But why don't you want to shake my hand?
If you just respect that, please.
I'm just asking you why it's customary to meet someone to shake their hand.
Okay, can I?
Am I that? Is it because I'm kuffar?
No.
Because I'm kuffar? Oh, sorry.
No.
This is a street confrontation in a British town square. There is no moderator and no podium here. Jayda Fransen is outnumbered before she says a word. The man opens by refusing her hand. She asks him why and gets the Queen. Everybody shakes the Queen's hand. That comparison collapses the second you look at it. So Jayda puts the real question to him. Is it because she is kuffar? He never touches that word again.
Does that have anything to do with your prophet saying that women are deficient in intelligence?
No.
Or deficient in religion?
Not really, because there's a lot.
I'm just considered unclean.
No, not Jayda.
No?
A lot of Muslims. The first university was built by a Muslim woman. Education is key for Muslim women. I came here today to say that what you said, some of the stuff I agree. How? Pedophilia. No, she doesn't. What I wanted to say is, look, as a Muslim, I'm British, I'm Kurdish, yeah? Okay. Now, you talked about grooming gangs, yeah? For example, Muslim grooming gangs. I don't give a damn if they're Muslim, non-Muslim. If you guys said we're going to go after all grooming gangs, besides if they're Muslim or non-Muslim, I'll be right behind you guys. If you want to go after terrorists, I will go after them. Let me tell you something. One of my mates, Musa, he's in a video of ISIS, and they want to behead him, yeah? He's in a video. ISIS is our enemy as much as they...
Give him this much. He came with an offer. Go after all grooming gangs, and he stands behind her. ISIS is his enemy too, he says. His friend Musa is in an ISIS video. That is a real thing and it matters. But look at what he did with the prophet question. She asked about women being deficient in intelligence. He answered, with the first university in the world. That is a change of subject dressed up as a rebuttal.
You know what the fact is, darling? Yes. The fact is that you're talking about grooming gangs, you're talking about non-Muslim grooming gangs, you're talking about non-Muslim terrorists. Point them out to me.
And Muslim.
Point them out to me. No, I'm just saying to you.
Sure.
Just point them out to me because hold on a minute. Point them out to me in this country. You want to come on, or you want to join into political activism, right, against terrorism?
Yes.
I've seen one non-Muslim terror attack, which was reactive. It was that silly bugger that drove into those people at the mosque, innocent Muslims. I don't condone that. I think it's absolutely disgraceful, right? That is one act, a reaction to children being scraped off the wall of Manchester Arena, right? Not making it right, it's a disgusting act.
Exactly. Okay.
You point out to me, where are the Sikh grooming gangs? Where are the Hindu grooming gangs? Where are the atheist grooming gangs? Where are they? The epidemic comes from the scriptures, from your prophet, which says that the kuffar, Allah said that the kuffar can be taken, the kuffar women and children can be taken as sex slaves.
That's not true.
That is true.
That's not true.
That is true.
She asks him to name the non-Muslim grooming gangs. Where are the Sikh gangs? Where are the Hindu gangs? Where are the atheist gangs? He does not name one. She brings up Finsbury Park herself. She calls it disgraceful, and she means it. That is the one attack she will not defend. Then she puts Manchester Arena on the table. He says her claim about the scriptures is not true. Notice he does not say which part.
Are we going to get into Taqiyya?
No. That's Shias. I'm a Sunni. Shias do Taqiyya, I don't.
Okay, but you read the same book.
Yes.
You read the same book.
Yes, but in the book, nowhere does it say do Taqiyya.
Yeah, no, well, hold on a minute. I'm going to listen to you. Taqiyya is a principle. What I'm saying is, the book and the hadith, they expressly state that the Muslims are permitted to take the non-Muslims, the kuffar, women and children as sex slaves, as an act of jihad. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Let's not...
Taqiyya is done by Shias. I'm not a Shia.
Shia Sunni following the same book.
Jayda puts the word taqiyya on the table. He has his answer ready. He says, Taqiyya belongs to the Shia. That, he says, makes it somebody else's problem. But Sunni and Shia read the same Quran. They read the same hadith collections. The sect label does not change the text. Then, she reads him the passage about non-Muslim women and children. He denies the whole thing flatly. He offers no verse and no counterquote. Now watch him ask for evidence.
Can you hear me out?
Yeah.
Thank you, Jayda. Thank you. I heard you out. I understand.
many of you
I
do you want
understand
me to
every
read
single
it
one
for
of you
you?
guys concerned, yeah? You see terrorist attacks, yes, a lot of us have been Muslims. My issue is this. Can you show me a single verse in the Quran, the Hadith, and the Islamic literature where it says, go and kill?
He asks for one verse from the Quran, one verse that says, "Go and kill innocent people." It sounds like a safe challenge to make. Most people cannot quote scripture back at you. Jayda Fransen has the verse memorized. There is no phone and no stalling. She simply says it out loud. Watch what happens to his posture when she does.
I will cast terror into the hearts of the disbelievers, therefore cut off their necks and cut off every fingertip of them. That's one.
Okay, that's
yeah?
one. Yeah?
That's
okay.
one.
Okay.
That's one.
Give me
There are
another one.
142. Go to Surah 5, go to Surah 8, go to Surah 12.
Okay,
They're in there. Don't come here and pretend to me that your book is any different to any other sect of Islam. I've studied the Quran, I've studied the Bible. Let me tell you one thing, and this is a fact. If you follow the Quran to the letter, you are obliged.
Which I do.
No,
To
you
the
don't.
letter.
No, you don't.
I'm an
No, you
Orthodox
don't.
Muslim. I
No, you
follow
don't.
it to the letter.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
How are you telling me I don't?
How many kuffar have you killed?
That's the point.
How many kuffar have you
Because
killed?
the Quran doesn't teach that.
Yes, it does.
It does not.
Don't. Listen,
Jayda, it does not.
Don't make a prat of yourself, darling, because you're starting to look really silly.
Okay, can I clarify?
You're starting to look really silly.
Can I clarify?
Let me clarify, right? Let me clarify.
She hands him Surah 8, verse 12. Cast terror into the hearts of the disbelievers, then strike off their necks and every fingertip. That is the text, not an interpretation. She counts 142 of them. Surah 5, Surah 8, Surah 12. Then she asks the question that stops him. How many kuffar have you killed? His answer is that he is standing there peacefully. That says something about him, not about the book. And she tells him so.
Silly. If you'd have come to me and said to me, there are verses in the Quran that say kill the kuffar, and I don't agree with them, I'd have said to you, fair play. You're probably not a Muslim, you're an apostate. But you haven't said that. What you've said to me is, I'm a devout Muslim, and it doesn't say that in the Quran.
100%.
Don't come over here and try and mug off people that have read your scriptures, right?
Okay, please tell me where it says go
in
and
Surah
kill.
5. In Surah 5.
Jayda. Let's go to Surah 5.
Go to Surah 5. I will cast terror into the hearts of the disbelievers,
Which
therefore
disbelievers?
strike off their necks.
One second.
The disbelievers.
Let me tell you something. Jayda.
This is the fairest thing she says all day. Tell me you disagree with those verses and she gives you fair play. That door was open the whole time. He will not walk through it. He wants the devout label and the peaceful book. Both cannot be true at once. So she reads Surah 5 again, and he starts sorting non-Muslims into categories. Remember that word, because it is about to cost him.
Yeah, two types of non-Muslims.
Hold on, can I have, just before you say this, can I have a show of hands who's an atheist here? Because what he's about to do is he's about to say the people of the book, as in myself, the Christians and the Jews, they're not real kuffar. But if any of you are atheists, this man is about to say that you're the ones issuing heads. You're the ones. Go on, do it. Go on, do it. Because I know what you're going to say.
Can I speak?
This is the smartest thing she does in the whole exchange. She calls a show of hands. Who here is an atheist? Then she tells the crowd exactly what he is about to say. Christians and Jews are people of the book. The atheists are the real kafar. She predicts his answer before he gives it. That is not a gotcha. That is someone who has read the material. Now listen to what he actually says next.
Can I dig in
yourself a grave.
Please come close, don't be far away.
Yourself a grave.
There's two types of non-Muslims.
Yeah.
They are the ones who are combatant, and there's the ones that are non-combatant. So, for example, if I'm a Muslim,
let me tell you, every single one of the non-Muslims here are combatant, and you can rely on that, son. Every single one of the non-Muslims here are combatant, and you can rely on that, son. You can rely on that.
Jayda, can I finish? Thank you. Jayda.
He finally gets his sentence out. Non-Muslims come in two types, he says. There are combatants and there are non-combatants. Jayda turns to the crowd in that square. His own rule makes every one of them a combatant. The video replays that line twice. This is the hinge of the entire debate. He drew the map himself. Now he reaches for Hitler and the Nazis. Wait until you see where that takes him.
My point is this: if I am coming, or let's suppose Hitler and Nazis are coming to Britain to attack us, we as the British people have to help our country and fight them off. That is not the same as us going to innocent Germans and saying, hey, I'm going to kill you. Why? Because I feel like it.
Okay.
So please don't get it out of context. This is my religion.
Here is the analogy he chose. He says the British would fight off an invading Nazi army. That is defense, not aggression. He thinks this gets him out of Surah 8. It does the exact opposite. Jayda does not argue with the analogy at all. She accepts it completely and then extends it. One step further than he wants to go. Watch what that one step costs him.
So, you want to draw the parallel of Nazism? I love to do this. I love it. Right, you tell me then. Yeah? There were Nazis that were putting people in concentration camps. There were Nazis that were shooting people in the head. Innocent people.
And Jews. 6 million Jews were white.
Right? Then, there were people that aligned themselves with the Nazi party, that believed in everything the Nazi party stood for, but they didn't do it themselves. Are they just as bad?
Okay, yes.
Okay. Okay, they are just as bad. Okay. Let me tell you what you have just admitted. You have just admitted that there are Muslims that support Islam and support the Islamic terrorists and support the atrocities that are dictated and instructed in the Quran. Right? Hold on. You're saying that the people that follow the ideology of Islam, because you've just said those who follow the Nazi ideology are as bad as the Nazis killing. The Muslims following Islam as an ideology are as bad as the Muslims killing because it's in the book. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That is the whole debate in 10 seconds. She asks about the Nazis who never pulled a trigger, the ones who believed it and cheered it on. Are they just as bad? He answers yes without hesitating. And the door shuts behind him, because now his own standard applies to his own side of the argument. He can say yes to the Nazi question. He cannot say yes and then object to the parallel. He walked into that himself.
Can I talk? Do you know what you need to do? You need to accept Jesus into your heart. You need to turn away from this barbarism.
That's Esau.
This barbarism, this barbaric ideology that you quite clearly state, that you stand for wholeheartedly. If you do, then the blood of every innocent child from Manchester Arena is on your hands. The blood of everybody on the bridges is on your hands. The blood of every single innocent person in every single Islamic terror attack is on your hands. So do you know what, sir? I'm glad you refuse to shake my hand, because there's nothing worse than someone who stands for something but is too weak to admit it. Now let me tell you, you, sir, are my enemy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You know what Jesus said? Jesus Christ said, I do not come in peace, but I come with a sword. I come to turn mother against son, against father against son, mother against son-in-law. Let me tell you, if you think that because we're Christians and I'm holding this cross, that you can come here, you can lie in our faces, and that you can attack our people, then you let your people know that us Christians are not to be messed with, and you pick the wrong fight. Now I suggest you go. Off you go, son.
He came to a hostile street corner looking for common ground. He offered to stand against grooming gangs and terrorists alike. That offer was real and it deserved a hearing. But he made one choice that undid all of it. He decided to defend the text instead of himself. He could have said, "Those verses are not mine." Jayda offered him that exact escape twice. He chose the book over the exit. That is the whole conversation Britain keeps refusing to have. The argument is about text and what it licenses. Do you think Jayda exposed something real here? Or did she twist his Nazi answer into something he never meant? Drop your thoughts in the comments.